Good afternoon, everyone. This is Township Manager Dean Kazinci. Today is Friday, May 1st. There is a lot of new information to report since my last video message on April 24th. First and foremost, I hope everyone is staying healthy, safe, and strong during these difficult times. As of April 30, 2020, Teaneck has 1,012 residents who tested positive for the COVID-19 virus, an increase of 77 cases from last week. With the heaviest of heart, I regret to announce the loss of 81 blessed souls. Please continue to keep them in your thoughts and prayers, as well as everyone who may be COVID-19 positive and struggling to recover from this invisible enemy. The deaths continue to range from 30 years of age to 101 years of age. County-wide, as of 12 p.m. on April 30th, Bergen County has 15,801 presumptive positive cases and 1,136 deaths. Statewide, Governor Murphy announced yesterday that we have a total of 118,652 COVID-19 cases and 7,228 deaths associated with the coronavirus, a very sobering fact. New Jersey has seen a rate of doubling decrease in most counties, and that's good news. However, we must not let our guard down. The only way we can get New Jersey on the road to good health is through the continued practice of social distancing. I have been asked about demographics as it relates to COVID-19 deaths. According to Commissioner of Health Judith Pericilli, the breakdown by race and ethnicity is as follows: white 52.5%, black 19.7%, Hispanic 17.3%, Asian 5.3%, and other 5.2%. Today, I will be signing Executive Order T-2020-02, which opens all municipal parks to the public to engage in passive recreational activity only, in which social distancing can be readily achieved. Passive recreation includes walking, biking, running, or jogging only. The following shall remain closed to the public at all municipal parks: picnic areas, playgrounds, swimming pools, wading pools, and the splash pad, basketball, handball, and tennis courts, exercise stations and equipment, field house and pavilions, the Phelps Dog Park, baseball, football, and soccer fields, restrooms including all porta-johns, and any other buildings, trails, or recreational facilities used for recreational purposes. The following recommendations and policies shall apply to all municipal parks. Visitors shall wear cloth or other CDC-required face coverings at all times while in any municipal park, in all settings where other social distancing measures are difficult to maintain, except where doing so would inhibit that individual's health or where the individual is under 2 years of age. Gloves are always recommended. Visitors must practice social distancing and stay 6 feet apart whenever practicable, excluding immediate family members, caretakers, household members, or romantic partners. No picnicking shall be allowed, including on picnic blankets in picnic areas. No picnic blankets, chairs, coolers, and other such personal property shall be carried into any municipal park. No organized or contact activities or sports shall be allowed. Gatherings of individuals in parks are strictly prohibited. Walking, jogging, running, or bicycling around the track shall be in a counterclockwise direction. The Township reserves the right to limit entry to the municipal parks if overcrowding becomes a concern and remove park goers if proper face covering is not worn and improper social distancing behavior takes place. Municipal parks will remain open from dawn to dusk. This order shall take effect beginning 6 a.m. on Saturday, May 2nd, and shall remain in effect until such time as it's determined by me that an emergency no longer exists. I need to make this perfectly clear. The reopening of our parks will be a critical test that we all must pass. The police department will be closely monitoring what happens in our parks this weekend. They will be providing me with a report on Monday on the number of complaints received that violate my executive order. They have also the authority to shut down the parks if overcrowding becomes a concern, and to remove park goers if proper face covering is not worn and improper social distancing behavior takes place. Whenever possible, please allow for greater than 6 feet of social distancing space, especially when jogging or running in the park. Please take this serious. The Teaneck community has been tremendously cooperative throughout this crisis, and I do not expect that level of cooperation to change. However, if we see behavior that violates the executive order, it will leave me with no choice but to close our parks again. This is not something I want to do, and I'm confident everyone will abide by the executive order in practicing social distancing in the parks and wear cloth or other CDC required face coverings. A copy of the executive order can be found on the Township's website. The second point of order I would like to mention is second quarter property taxes. On April 28, 2020, Governor Phil Murphy signed Executive Order 130, allowing any governing body of a municipality with a calendar year budget cycle the option to adopt a resolution instituting a grace period concluding on a date no later than June 1st, 2020 for the second payment of second quarter property taxes. The Township has been reviewing options and meeting with various stakeholders since Executive Order 130 was signed. While we are permitted to extend the grace period for taxes due May 1st, 2020, we are not permitted to extend the required statutory payments to the County of Bergen and the Board of Education. I fully understand and appreciate the need to help residents impacted economically during this time of crisis. My office and the CFO continue to secure additional financial information which will make it possible to reach a decision on or about May 5th, 2020. As of today, residents are still required to make second quarter property tax payments by May 11, 2020. If this date changes, we will make notification to all Township residents via our website and email blast. Governor Murphy signed several new executive orders this week. Executive Order 128 states that upon written request from a tenant, a security deposit shall be applied to or credited towards rent payments due or to become due from the tenant during the public health emergency established in Executive Order number 103 or up to 60 days after the public health emergency terminates. Executive Order 133, which was signed by Governor Murphy on April 29th, opens all state parks and forests to the public to engage in passive recreational activities in which social distancing can be readily achieved. Please check the Township's website for more detailed information on these executive orders. County Executive James Tedesco issued an executive order on April 30th that reopens certain county parks and golf courses with restrictions. Please go to the Township's website for the full copy of this executive order as well. Administrative Order 2020-10 was signed by State Police Colonel Patrick Callahan on April 27th that identifies pet grooming, pet daycare, and pet boarding businesses as essential retail businesses. Also, stores that principally sell items necessary for religious observation or worship shall be considered essential retail businesses. Please note that the New Jersey Motor Vehicle Commission announced that all agency, road testing, and inspection facilities will remain closed until at least May 11th. New Jersey MVC has expanded online services during the COVID-19 pandemic. Most renewals of driver's licenses, non-driver IDs, and registrations can be processed online at njmvc.gov. Customers can change their address, pay fees, and other services online. As a reminder, Teaneck's May 12, 2020 municipal election has moved entirely to the format of vote by mail. There will be no physical polling locations on Tuesday, May 12th. Vote by mail ballots were sent out by the Bergen County Board of Elections. If you have not received your ballot, please contact Douglas Roussillon, the Township Clerk, at 201-837-1600, extension 1028. In order for you to vote to be counted in the May 12th municipal election, your ballot must be postmarked by May 12th and received by the Bergen County Board of Elections no later than 8 p.m. on May 14th. The building department, like all other departments in the township, remains open for business. Although the municipal building is closed to the public, applications for work are being accepted. Applications can be submitted either by use of the drop box outside the main entrance or by email to building@teanecknj.gov. You can also contact the building department at the same email address or by phone at 201-837-1600, extension 1100. The building department is reviewing all applications that are submitted. If the work falls within the definition of essential construction as outlined in Governor Murphy's Executive Order number 122, a permit will be issued. If not, it will be held until the order or part of it is lifted. The Department of Community Affairs has provided guidance to local building departments concerning Executive Order 122. It states that essential construction projects may continue and that building departments are to remain open. It also dictates that permits may not be issued for non-essential work. In Teaneck, we encourage you to make application for your projects, even if they are considered non-essential. When the executive order is lifted, the permit can be issued immediately and your project can begin. We are anticipating a rush of applications and work once the restrictions are lifted. So beat the rush, submit your application now. The building department is also continuing inspections of construction work. Please be aware though, in order to protect the health of both staff, residents, and the construction workers, we are performing inspections only in unoccupied buildings and the exteriors. For interim required inspections of ongoing work, please contact the building department to make alternate inspection arrangements. All other inspections, including those for water heaters, air conditioning units, boilers, must wait until the restrictions are lifted. It's important for me to acknowledge the continued great work of the Teaneck Volunteer Ambulance Corps. The members of the Teaneck Volunteer Ambulance Corps continue to answer your calls for help 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, as they have since 1939. This is done free of charge, and no one is ever billed for their services. TVAC relies on donations to cover their operational costs, which have increased significantly as they work the front lines in the fight against COVID-19. Donations help defray the added costs of personal protective equipment required to keep the volunteers safe and healthy. The volunteers have been staffing the ambulances around the clock. Please show your support for them by making a donation. Donations can be made at www.teaneckambulance.org, or you can mail your donation to TVAC, P.O. Box 32, Teaneck. Ensuring the health and safety of our residents and workforce remains my top priority. I am so appreciative of the great work of our men and women are doing on the front lines. Our healthcare workers from Holy Name Medical Center, our police officers, firefighters, public works employees, and Ambulance Corps volunteers continue to put their lives on the line each and every day so we can remain healthy and safe. If you see one of them in your travels, please take a moment to thank them for their incredible work. It is important that everyone remains a good neighbor. I've brought this up several times in the past. In this time of crisis, please continue to safely check on your neighbors and help those with special needs. The Helping Hands Food Pantry, located at 1400 Palisade Avenue, is open on Tuesday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. and on Thursday from 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. We are making great progress as a community, and I'm confident that we will get through this together as one Teaneck family. Please stay positive, stay healthy, stay safe, and know that we are in this fight together. Thank you.